Rapunzel.
Once upon a time, in a far, far away land, there lived a family. And there was a woman who was pregnant. You know, pregnant. She was carrying a baby. But she didn't feel very well. And she was like, it's hurting me. I have pain. Oh my God. And the husband was like, darling, what can I do for you? Can I help you? I have pain. I need some lettuce from the neighbor. You mean from the witch? You know, the witch? Awful nose, ears, long nails. From the awful witch who lives over there, who is our neighbor? Yes, I have a lot of pain. I need lettuce, oh my God. So the husband decided to be brave, and he went very slowly, without making any noise. He climbed the wall, the big, big wall, and he jumped. And very, very carefully, he grabbed one big lettuce and another big lettuce. And he went to his wife. And his wife ate them. And she was like, yes, better. It feels better, but darling, I need more lettuce. And the husband thought, I am brave. I haven't seen the evil bad witch, so I will go again and I will pick some lettuce. So carefully, very, very carefully, without making any noise, he climbed the wall and jumped over it. And he got one lettuce. And he got another lettuce. But suddenly he felt a hand on his shoulder. Long, bony fingers with long, long nails and a big, ugly nose. And he turned round and it was the evil witch. And she said, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? I came to look for some lettuce for my wife because she's ill. And what do you want? I just wanted some lettuce. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. And the witch thought, I won't kill you, but with one condition. What? What condition? What? When you have the baby, if it's a boy, I don't want it. But if it's a girl, I want the girl, and you will give me the girl. The husband was so frightened that he said, yes, of course, it will be for you, of course. And he went back to his home quickly. So one day, the mother had the baby, and it was a beautiful, beautiful baby. A beautiful, beautiful baby. But it was a girl. And the witch arrived. Of course, she said that she would come if it was a girl. And she said, give me the baby. Give me the baby. So they had to give her the baby. And she took it. And she went away. And that baby grew into a beautiful young lady. Really, really beautiful. And she had very, very, very long hair. Very, very long. And her name was Rapunzel. It's not a normal name, but a witch doesn't give you normal names. So her name was Rapunzel. And she lived in a big, big tower. So big and so long that it could touch the clouds. And it didn't have any doors. It just had a teeny, tiny little window where Rapunzel could only see a little bit of the world, not much. So every time that the witch wanted to see Rapunzel, she would say, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, throw me your hair. So Rapunzel had two plaits. You know, plaits? What you do with your hair? And she had two plaits, one on this side and the other one on this side. Two big, long long, long plaits. So Rapunzel threw her plaits through the window, and the evil witch climbed on the plaits. Up she went, and it was like clock, oh, clock, 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 clock. Ooh, that hurt, because the witch was very, very heavy. And up she came, and every time she wanted to see Rapunzel, she would do the same thing. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, throw me your plaits. And she would throw her plaits, and the evil witch would climb up. But one day, a young, handsome prince heard a beautiful voice. It was Rapunzel singing a song like la 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 la. Rapunzel had such a beautiful voice. La 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 la. And the prince thought, what a beautiful voice. And he saw such a beautiful girl with such long, beautiful hair. And he wanted to go and see her, but there was the witch. So he had to hide. And he listened to the witch. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, throw me your hair. So Rapunzel threw her hair. And click, 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 click. So went the witch up through the window. And the prince thought, okay, I will do the same thing when the witch goes away. So the witch went away, and the handsome young prince went, but with his beautiful young prince's voice, of course. He said, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, throw me your hair. So Rapunzel threw her hair, and click, 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 click. It wasn't so painful, because the prince was much, much lighter than the evil fat witch. So he went up, and Rapunzel had never seen such a beautiful prince in her life. And she fell in love, you know, in love. And they were so in love that the prince said, I will take you away to my castle because I'm a prince. So I will come later and I will bring you with me and we will go and get married. And Rapunzel was so happy. Finally she would be happy, and finally she would marry and be happy forever. So the prince went away. But the prince wasn't very quick. He was very slow, and time was ticking, tick-tock, tick-tock, because he had to find his castle, he had to find the ladder to go up the tower. So he took a very long time. And the evil witch came back. And she was like, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, throw me your hair. So Rapunzel threw her hair. And clock, 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 clock. She thought, the prince, this is not the prince, because the prince isn't so fat. And it was the evil witch. But the evil witch looked at Rapunzel's eyes. She looked very deeply. And she saw that Rapunzel was in love. You know, in love. And she saw that Rapunzel had met a beautiful, handsome young prince. She saw all this. And she got very angry. She was very angry. So you know what she did? She got some scissors and she cut Rapunzel's plaits completely. So the prince came back and he said, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, throw me your hair. But it wasn't Rapunzel. It was the evil witch who had the plaits and threw them down. And the poor prince, clock, 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 went up. But he didn't see Rapunzel's beautiful face. He saw the evil, awful, terrible witch. And she did an awful thing. She did such an awful, terrible, abysmal thing. She took the scissors and she put them inside the prince's eyes, and he fell and he was blind. You know, blind? Blind means that he couldn't see anymore. He couldn't see anything at all. So after this sad story, the poor prince walked everywhere and everywhere, looking for Rapunzel. he was walking and walking and walking everywhere. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, where are you, my darling? Where are you? But one day, one beautiful, shiny, sunny day, he found Rapunzel, and Rapunzel was so happy to see the prince, although he was blind. But Rapunzel was so happy to see him that she cried. You know, little drops of water. She cried, and those drops fell on the prince's eyes, and magic! He suddenly opened his eyes, and he could see again. And they were so happy that they returned to the castle, they married, and they were happy forever after. I hope you liked it.